Hey, I just want to talk about all the people that are complete imbeciles and that play pickleball. Those of you getting into pickleball, or those of you who are already in pickleball, I'm talking about the cliques. The dumbasses that think they're so damn good that they can only play with the four of them. So, and that if you're an outsider, you're like an outcast. Like, they're not even nice to you. It's like, we just played at West Coast Pickleball. We've played there like 4 or 5 times. And myself, my daughter, her boyfriend, his friend, we played there. And when we have 4 of us, we don't see it as much as when we go and there's only 2 of us or 3 of us, like an odd number. And we go on an intermediate advanced night, and one night we went and everyone kind of sucked, but we were playing with everybody. We had fun. We didn't get up. Sometimes you go there and there's like a lot of good people. Some that will beat you pretty good and some that won't. It's just a good mix, right? But they get these like little cliques, and they get it's so frustrating. So my daughter and I split up because we just want to play games. And she was playing. She had her paddle in the holding area, but people will hold the paddles, and people will move out of it, or if there's 2 in there and she goes in there, they would move their paddles out and go somewhere else because they don't want to play with her. And she's like really, really good, and they do the same shit to anybody. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter if you're who you are, unless you're in their group. They don't want to be part of it, and then they. Another thing people do at these places, they bring 2 or 3 paddles, which anyone can do, and they'll hold spots so they get to stay within their fucking group. And it's so frustrating to see all these idiots, and really, okay, give them credit. They're good at a big game of ping pong, basically, is what you're playing, where you have to run a little bit, okay? And that's why anyone can play the sport. That's why it's so popular. It's not popular because you have to be like a stellar athlete, okay? If you are a stellar athlete, it can help you get to the ball faster, which is one aspect of the game, but it's not going to make you a great pickleball player. You have to have a good shot, good drops. There's so many aspects to the game. And just the IQ of the game. Where to hit it, when to hit it, what shot to hit, when to hit a drop, when to hit a drive. There's so many aspects to it. And that's why really anybody can be good at it, and it doesn't take an athlete. Like, the other sports, like the sports I've done and the sports that other people do, basketball or baseball or football, there's a certain set of athleticism you have to have along with the skills and the training and everything that goes with it, where most of the individuals that are good at pickleball, they don't have a chance in the world to be good at another sport, okay? Because they just won't. And that's the frustrating part. It's like, okay, you're good at this game, but don't be such a dick. It's like, if I'm teaching a jiu-jitsu class and a white belt comes in, I'm going to help the person. I'm going to try to get them better. I'm not going to shun him and like, oh my God, I can't train with him. He's a white belt or a purple belt or a blue belt, right? If you have a mentality like that, it's like, how's anyone supposed to ever get better except the group that you're going with, and then even though you'll plateau. Granted, I think to be very, very competitive, you have to play with better people, and I understand that to a point. No matter what, someone's going to be better. So, how do you get around that? Point is you can be nice about it. You can still be nice. You can tell, hey, introduce yourself. You can do all these things. And you shouldn't play these little stupid games with people, because it makes you look like such an ass. And it's like, it's so frustrating. And I just wanted to kind of touch about this subject. If anyone has their stories about this, I'd like to hear about it in the comments, or, post a video, whatever. I don't know. It's just, I see this in a lot of different places that I play at. And I just lost you for a second. I see this at a lot of different places I play at. And it happens a lot. And I'd like to hear other people's thoughts on this. Sorry about the camera action. All right. Everybody have a good night. Don't be a dick.